Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How's your day going for Tuesday, June 19th?
It must be.
Is it June 19th already?
That's what the calendar says.
Wow.
It's over.
Man,
Or it's
I
starting.
feel like we just said it was over for May.
We say it every day.
Yeah, I don't know. This month is god damn, it just flew right by.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's not over yet. It's 19th.
Well, like 10, 11 days, 10 days left.
I know. But then you got July. You're good to go.
And then that'll be over.
And it was raining this morning, and super hot this afternoon.
Yes, this is true.
The weather doesn't know what to do.
Doesn't know what to do. But you guys do, as you are here tuning into the show. And if this is your first time tuning into Talking Trends, myself and Tony find interesting news articles from across the globe and we bring them to the comforts of your home, ladies and gentlemen. And we talk about them. And unlike a lot of podcasts, we do this live. So everybody in the chat, like right now, I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, you. We want to hear your comments and opinions on our subjects that we've decided to take today. And shouts out to everybody tuning into iTunes and Google Play and iHeartRadio, wherever you guys download this and digest it. We appreciate your time.
All those goodies.
All those
places.
All those places. So you may be wondering, what stories are we going to be covering today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Do tell.
Pictured here, Mother of the Year.
Another one?
Another one.
We have Mother of the Year every week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big steep competition
It's
this
going to be hard competition for the for the Mothers of the Year. Again, this one hailing from Florida. I think she takes the record for the amount of time she left her child in a car.
Oh, one of those situations.
12 hours, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, the kid's okay.
All right.
But yeah.
12 hours?
Yeah.
That's a day.
That's time and a half. That's a shift and a half.
Let's hear what she's got to say for herself.
Up next, Tony's going to talk about an interesting situation when it comes to, surprising people at a wake?
Listen, it's fun to surprise people. At your own wake is even better.
I think I would probably do something like that.
Yeah, you would. You just show up.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going? What's going on?
Aren't you supposed to be in there?
Yeah.
Nope.
Up next, this is an interesting one as well.
Those two winners.
These are the couple of the year.
Where in the world did you pull them out of?
From Oklahoma City.
Oh, put them back.
Oklahoma's finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Pictured here, these guys have been recently caught having sex at a very busy intersection in Oklahoma.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they found love with each other.
Hey, man. That's what really counts.
Yes.
And finally, the infamous texting and driving fortunately led to a couple people dying. And Tony's got the story with this situation where I believe the lady, I don't know, did she? I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say right now.
I think what you're trying to say.
Yeah, help me out here.
I think the sentence was a little light.
Okay,
we want to see what you guys think about that.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was.
That was very painful for you.
Yeah, I had a little brain fart there. Happens at least once every show.
And we're back.
Yeah. I need more water.
Yeah, you need something.
And before we get today's show started, we like to send out happy birthdays to anybody that we know. If you know somebody celebrating a birthday, let them know that we're saying happy birthday to them as well.
Yeah.
And of course, their celebrity friends. Happy birthday goes out to Macklemore.
Yeah, Macklemore, 35.
And one of my favorite people, Mrs. Opposites Attract.
Oh, yeah.
Paula Abdul.
Still looking good, 56.
Hey. And finally, happy birthday to Felicia Rashad from the Cosbys.
Yeah, Claire.
Yes.
As you mentioned.
Yes.
70 years old.
Really?
Today. She's still look good for 70.
Man.
Yep. Looking good, Felicia.
Hey, Felicia.
Hello, Felicia.
Hello. All right. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
I know.
She looked good. Anyway, our first story, ladies and gentlemen, comes from the great state of Florida. This mother pictured here was arrested after leaving her 3-year-old for 12 hours in a car.
Wow.
That she says was stolen. So
even better.
Yeah,
that's great.
A 3-year-old was in critical condition Sunday afternoon after being left in a vehicle overnight near Sanford, Florida. The county sheriff's office said. Deputies said they were called to the Vista Haven Apartments around 11:12 a.m. Sunday after reports of a missing child left in a vehicle and that it was possibly stolen came out. Now, the toddler was found overheated, in and out of consciousness inside the vehicle at the apartment complex, and was taken to a local hospital in critical but stable condition, deputies said. Thankfully. So deputies said they arrested 33-year-old Sanford resident Casey Keller and charged her with child neglect with great bodily harm. Keller allegedly traveled to a liquor store late Saturday.
Well, at least she was there for a reason.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
Good.
the responsible reasons,
Good
of course. So she traveled to a liquor store late Saturday night with 3 children. Returned to her apartment around 11:15 p.m., investigators said. And according to a press release, Keller took 2 older children into the apartment, but not her 3-year-old.
Of course.
Like
Some should feel like it's missing.
yeah, you're that desperate to have a couple drinks, and you're just like,
Sound like she already had a couple drinks.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So deputies say she called 911 Sunday morning to report that her child was missing.
Oh my God.
Investigators said they found no evidence of that the vehicle was in fact stolen because it was still in the parking lot, and I believe she had her keys and everything with her. So again, it would be very hard to steal a car with no keys.
Right.
And anyway, they found the key, the car, and the kid at the apartment complex. So
Wow.
her story was I don't know, very strange.
This was nighttime though, right? Because she got back at 11:15.
She got back, but she didn't make the call till the morning.
Oh my God.
Because the kid was in the car for 12 hours.
Oh my.
Thankfully, this was in the evening.
Yeah, exactly. If it was in the daytime, but much hotter.
It could have been a different story. I mean,
Did it say how old the kids were? All the
I don't know how old the other kids were, but
wouldn't they pick up on it? Like,
yeah, this.
hey, mommy,
Yeah.
where's Billy?
Yeah, exactly.
What's a Billy?
Yeah, what's a Billy?
He's in the car, I think.
Yeah, that's an interesting fact. Like,
Mother of the year. It never ceases to amaze us. The people leave them. I mean, that's a long time. 12 hours ain't no joke.
12 hours is a very long time. I get uncomfortable sitting in my own car for like
3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. So
How do you forget a child? How do you just outright forget? Some people leave their kids in the car on purpose. They know.
Yeah.
I got to jump in the store right quick. 30, 45, 2 hours maybe. But to forget altogether that you had a third child.
Casey Keller takes the cake for the amount of time so far this year,
No doubt.
leaving a kid in a car. So I think the runner-up might have been like 45 minutes to an hour, maybe longer.
I'm trying to remember the other one we did.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we did a few of them.
There's been a couple, but this one, 12 hours.
I don't know one's breaking that
I don't
one.
know if anybody's gonna break. I don't know. Florida, we're looking at you right now. You guys have some pretty prime candidates
Can
coming
you
out
up
of
your
there.
game? Can you step your game up a little
Yeah,
bit?
let's see what we can do. I know we can do a little bit better.
Yeah,
We
come
can
on, you got that, Florida.
Go for a full day.
Yeah, 12 hours ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You could do that on your head.
I can do that in
You
sleep.
could. Yeah. Jesus.
Sorry for the morbidness the show just took there.
little
We
morbid.
were just kidding, of course. We don't want kids
No.
left in vehicles.
We don't want
ladies and
that.
gentlemen.
Or pets.
No, or pets. All
Yeah.
right, we're just saying. I'm sure someone is gonna unfortunately beat that 12-hour.
Oh, maybe it was the pet one. We were thinking they were in there for a while.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Either way.
At least it didn't end in death.
No.
Thankfully.
That is a plus.
But in your next story, I'm not sure what even to make of it. Where this man just shows up at his own wake.
Well, things are going to happen, and you should make sure someone's dead before you throw a wake for
I
them.
suppose it's.
This happened. A man from a small village in Santa Teresa in Paraguay returned home after 3 days away to find his family mourning a body they thought was his. Juan Alfonso Pineo, 20 years old, had last been seen on Thursday leaving the family home on the border with Brazil. The area is a hotly disputed area between a number of gangs. Drug gangs. When Mr. Pineo did not return, his family assumed that he had met with trouble. So they assumed among the gang violence and drug violence that he was gone. Right. Police found a charred body on Sunday, and they concluded that it was him.
Oh.
How they concluded it was him? It must be him. It must be Juan.
Okay.
The family held a wake in the village only for Mr. Pineo to turn up and find them grieving over the coffin they thought held his body. Following Mr. Pineo's unscathed return, the still unidentified body was returned to the morgue.
Yeah, but like, who is
They still
this?
don't know who that is. Officials say there's no one else has come to claim it. The body would be interned a NN, the initials given to unidentified people, from the Latin Nomen Nescio.
Okay.
And so it's not known. It is not known where Mr. Pineo was. They don't even know where he even was for the 3 days, or he was doing during these 3 days he was missing. So, question is if you showed up at your own funeral,
It's lit.
that'd be like a total.
It's gonna be a mood
freaking the hell out,
change.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, you could potentially cause a couple heart attacks.
It'd be super freaky. Can
It'd
you
be-
imagine everybody looking over your coffin, a
You're
picture
coming
of
in,
you next to the coffin,
and
you're
you're
like,
coming in with like
You're eating a
popcorn.
burrito, yeah.
And like, what's going on, boys?
hey, that's what's happening. And they all turn around like,
Yeah, what?
yeah. I think it's more to the story. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
It's
interesting.
a drug area. He was missing for 3 days. He doesn't even, he doesn't reveal where he was. I think he's got some explaining to do. Juan, you got some explaining to do.
Yeah,
But anyway, he's back. He must have just been on a bender.
I think let's just chalk. Yeah, I think it's just chalk it up as a bender.
The great thing is, I like the police. They just assume this charred body they found was him.
Yeah, what kind of like forensic is going on down there? It's just like, that's him.
It's not, Horatio's not down there.
Yeah.
He's not doing the CSI Miami thing
Okay,
down there.
yeah.
They just, they don't do as much as they would do there. But anyway, they return the body, which they don't know who the hell that is. It's a charred body, goes back to the morgue.
Wow.
And no one seems to care. But this guy's back and he's safe and it's all good. That'd be really weird, man, to walk into your own funeral. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd just be freaky. Not only for them, for you.
I think the whole
I would sit back there and just see what people have to say. That would be like the sneaky thing to do.
see,
Let's see what these motherfuckers are going to
see
say.
how you've been remembered.
Yeah, that'd be
Hatefully or merrily.
That'd be very interesting to hear, actually. Just sneak in the back with that disguise. Let's see what these guys have to say. Your mother gets up there and just gives it to you.
Yeah, exactly. He was a horrible son. I never liked him.
I'm like, Mom,
Yeah, I'm right here.
we knew you were there the whole time.
Yeah,
It's a joke. It's like, oh, hell no, it ain't no joke. 20 years old, couldn't say too much about him. He was still young.
Yeah, I suppose.
But he's alive.
He's alive, thankfully. Shouts out to the unnamed body. Goddamn.
Yeah, we don't know who that guy is.
sucks for if they go missing, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that area it's a drug area and a lot of gangs, so it could be anybody, literally.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but he's alive, and that's all good.
Yeah.
So strange.
And you guys joining us are alive.
You're alive. Let's see who's alive out
Yeah,
there.
you want to do a little
Quick roll call. Brandon Blades, who just posted up a great picture of some nice, looks like clams and chips. Damn you, they look really good. Kathy, Kelsey, Paul, Charlie's in the house. Kathy, a different Kathy. Michelle, Christina, Rachel, Cassandra, Karen, and Julie are all in the house today.
Shouts out. Thank you guys for
Thank
tuning
you for
in.
joining us today, people.
Much appreciation.
Yeah.
Up next, sex. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
these two are not only talking about it, but they're doing it.
Do it.
Doing it in public.
They want everybody to see.
At a very busy intersection in Oklahoma City. Anyway, two people were taken into custody after police say they were having sex on the ground near a busy Oklahoma City intersection.
Wow.
Oklahoma City Police Department showed that the police were contacted at approximately 5:30 p.m. I'm getting that afternoon, mid-afternoon freak on.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Kicking the night off right.
yeah, June 15th by a woman who was at a tire shop and she observed the two people under a tree. It's kind of romantic.
That's nice. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it's like got the shade.
Yeah, he's putting on a little show.
Yeah. The woman said that she saw a man with his pants halfway down on top of a woman. Okay.
Good. It's a good start.
Yeah.
That's what you want to be.
At least I think it's consensual. I mean, I believe both parties were in agreement to have sex with each other.
Yes.
Officers arrived at the scene and the man rolled off the woman as I don't know. I guess he was done.
Yep.
Anyway, police then arrested both subjects, 48-year-old Tony Willis, yeah, and 42-year-old Verna LeClaire. Officers noted that the intersection had heavy traffic, and the two were in full view, both northbound and southbound lanes, North Virginia.
Nice.
The two were then arrested and booked into Oklahoma County Jail on complaints of indecent exposure and public drunkenness. Okay, now everything's making sense.
Shaping up a little bit now.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I mean, they could just really love each other. Who knows? But apparently, LeClaire has previously been arrested for reportedly having sex in a parking lot at a Metro liquor store.
So it's a thing for her.
Yeah, at least it's the thing for the girl.
All right. She's into it, maybe.
Maybe she likes the excitement. She likes the voyeurism of everybody else watching how she does it.
My kind of girl.
Oh,
she's an exhibitionist.
Yeah,
I like that.
Hey, man.
Mike says, "What's up with the dude's face? Yeah, his nose is."
Yeah, his nose. I was gonna start trying to figure out what could be possibly causing that. But,
I don't know.
It's definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's called.
Is that from like boxing or something? Like punch one too many times?
I don't think so. I think that's a medical issue.
Julie says, "I knew that looked like you, Tony." It's not me.
Yeah.
My nose is much smaller.
Yeah.
Everything else is the same.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, she found him attractive enough to.
Oh, hey, that's what I'm saying.
You have enough drinks. Even that looks good.
Hey.
So whatever they're drinking, you need to get some of that.
Hey, you know what? Maybe he's really good at what he does. Making love to the ladies in public.
Yeah, maybe he's got that game.
Yeah. Do you want my pants all the way off or halfway? I'm a halfway kind of guy.
Nobody wants to see your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's right down to my knees.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. And finally, we're getting today's show on an interesting story where did she get the right sentence?
Yeah, I don't know. We have some stories here that we always contemplate the court system and its decisions. Ohio. This happened in Ohio. Ohio woman who drifted off the road while texting and struck and killed 2 teenage girls have been sentenced to only 6 years in prison. So this is a double homicide, essentially.
Like 3 years for each person.
Yeah, not good. 25-year-old Natasha Bogg of New Franklin asked for forgiveness before being sentenced Friday in Akron. She pled guilty in March to 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 1 count of each of vehicular assault, and attempted tampering with evidence for the deaths of 14-year-old and 2 14-year-olds. So yeah, she even messed around with the whole situation too. Mm-hmm. So on top of that, they were struck alongside a road, no sidewalks in Summit County. Natasha, quote, "Natasha robbed my daughter of the life she would have had. I will never get to see Taylor grow up. No prom, no graduation, falling in love for the first time." And we obviously know the tragedy that happens behind. We forget about the families and they have to deal with years afterwards, of course, after this stuff goes down. Also, quote, "Those tears are not for Taylor. They are tears for Natasha and the loss of freedom," which was said by, who was that? Oh, Galloway family, one of the family members there. Mm-hmm. "I don't think 9 years is too much to ask for the lives of 2 beautiful girls." So they would have liked to have seen 9 years instead of the 6. Mm-hmm. Not much of a difference, I guess, but I figured it would be more. When it comes down to manslaughter, it does become, of course, it's not planned, it's an accident. So the sentence is usually much less, of course.
Yeah.
Boggs received credit for 11 months. She spent in jail already waiting, making her prison sentence just over 5 years. Her driver's license was only suspended for 5 years as well. So
when she gets out, she'll be able to drive.
Good to go.
But before her sentence will be. Yeah. She'll be able to drive before her sentence is finished.
Yeah. So she'll get her license back. She'll be out, and she's only, is she 25?
That's what I was going to ask how old she was.
Let me see here. I said it here a second ago. Yes, 25. So she'll be up by 30. Up by 30. Your license is back. You're good to go. Yeah. This seems really wrong. Like, really wrong.
Yeah, and I've been guilty of texting and driving. Let me just get that out the way.
Me too.
All right. And like I sometimes do when I'm at like a stoplight, but when I'm like on the highway, that's when I usually, I put it down 100%. Yeah. But yeah, this it's unfortunate what happened with the 2 people, all parties involved, family members, friends, everybody affected from this, of course. But yeah, I mean, I think the sentence is a little light.
It would seem that way. I mean, even though it's an accident.
Yeah, but it was very avoidable accident, and like these are rules that it's like these are the consequences of what can happen if you continue to be on Instagram or just be on your phone in general while driving at high speeds, and you lose control, and then so
seems light. I mean, I feel bad for the families. Yeah, obviously, kids are 14 years old, and
I just think the whole she'll be able to drive is kind of super insulting too.
Yeah, I mean, to get out at 30, I mean, your life is really still beginning. You're still good. Yeah. So I mean, you paid your price. your license back, you're good to go. So yeah, it seems like, I think the license probably should have been at the very least.
Yeah.
Maybe quite a bit longer.
Yeah, I'd be like 20 years before you're allowed to drive.
Yeah, I mean, something like that, you know what I mean? Because, there's a good chance she does it again.
Yeah, there's nothing, she hasn't been banned from buying a cell phone.
No, not at all. Yeah, well, that's obviously no. So, sad fact, but it's, we've seen this over and over again where people get less what they're sentenced to than what they should probably get.
Yeah.
And then we see it the other way around, where you get sentenced to much more than what you probably should get.
There's no, seems to be no median right now.
No, I think they're going to have to create a law specifically maybe for, driving while texting, if it does occur and it does,
result in death.
Result in death of others is, I think maybe needs to be different,
Yeah.
Because manslaughter as a sentence, as a crime to be convicted of, doesn't usually hold a heavy sentence.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. Sad. But
damn.
Another sad note. Jerry Springer.
Yeah, you wanted to talk. Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend. If you guys don't know, Jerry Springer is a nutcase, awesome, super duper, fantastic host of the Jerry Springer Show.
And he was on Dancing with the Stars.
He didn't do very well there.
And former mayor of Cincinnati.
That's right. He's done a lot of things. But his highest accomplishment.
Yes, of course.
His most noted accomplishment. The Jerry Springer Show has halted production after a 27-year run and almost 4,000 episodes. This was known as if you've never watched a Jerry Springer Show, go YouTube it. It was crazy.
I think the earlier seasons were a lot better than the later on ones. I felt like the earlier ones were more genuine, actual people before like the rumors of actors and stuff, like, and people kind of going on knowing what it was about. I find like the earlier seasons were more, just
for sure,
more real.
It was nuts. So the show was debuted in 1991. It had everything. It had wigs being ripped off to chairs being flung. Just strippers, nudity, fights. It had bouncers.
It had
bouncers on the show because everyone would fight like immediately as soon as you walked out. It wasn't Oprah. Just put it that way.
No,
it wasn't Oprah.
But he wanted, apparently, because I believe it was filmed in Chicago as well. He wanted to. I think it was filmed in Chicago. Anyway, he wanted to beat Oprah's like record and have a longer talk show than her, and I believe he clearly has done that.
Yeah, no doubt.
27 years. Only in America can former mayor getting caught sleeping with a hooker have a successful career, make lots of money in television for 27 amazing years, supplying the public out there with nothing but great content.
Just to give you an idea, a couple of the episodes, what they were titled. One of them was "I slept with 251 men in 10 hours."
Why you got to blow my spot up, Tony?
Hey, listen, you should be proud.
Okay.
And I'm a breeder for the Klan. So if you want to get an idea of what kind of topics they covered, that's what you're going to be basically getting into. So don't be shocked. Don't say I didn't warn you. All right. Anyway, so it's Jesus. Shouts out to Jerry.
Shouts out to Jerry.
If you don't know, that was the chant.
That was the chant.
He was the man. That audience loved him.
Yes.
And so do we.
See, he holds a special place in my heart, ladies and gentlemen.
May the Jerry Springer Show rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace. It's been that's almost as long as The Simpsons.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
Simpsons like what, 30 years?
It's coming close to 30. It got to be like 29 or 30. Anyway,
it's getting up there.
Well, thank you, Jerry Springer. Thanks.
The man, the myth.
Thanks.
The legend.
May you. I think he has a podcast too. Everybody has a podcast.
Everybody has a podcast nowadays.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you tuning into this podcast. Live TV. No, it's not live TV. Live internet show. Sorry.
Got
ahead of myself. But yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in every time we pop up on your feed. Much appreciated. If you like the show, subscribe to our little linky link down bottom in the description. And we'll be back tomorrow for Wednesday on the magical hump day.
Humpist.
That's the midweek mark. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that signifies.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will hopefully see you and some friends tomorrow. And until then, namaste.
Be good.
We out.
Peace.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. If you like the show, please subscribe below.